Some people might have a little rock and roll pneumonia.
You wanted the best, you got the best from my home studio on Long Island, New York. Welcome to Ian Scotto Rocks. I am your host, Ian Scotto, and I came across this article from Billboard making the rounds, going viral all over social media, and it really worries me, man. The future of music is bleak, as I say in the title. I don't want to think about that overall, that the whole picture is bleak, but a lot of the things that we're seeing in the works right now are bleak. So let's get right into exactly what I'm talking about here. And it's not just music. This is like the future in general, no matter what you're into or what industry you're in. This is an epidemic. So as you see here from Billboard, Timbaland announces new AI entertainment company, reveals Tata as first artist. Timbo also introduced a new genre called A-pop. And this is the artist. Looks, like an Asian chick, young Asian with pink hair. However, this is not a person. This is an AI-generated image with AI-generated music and probably an AI-generated marketing campaign. Why have humans anymore, right? As I say in that video where we talk about the history of Fear Factory and them being ahead of the curve, man is obsolete. We are obsolete. I mean, that's what the future is looking like. And by the way, before I even get into this article, I will say, since we're rock content channel, and a lot of you may not be familiar with Timbaland, like, this is not just some guy who's not ahead of the curve and doesn't have his finger on the pulse of what's going on. Timbaland has been behind so many hits. Sexy Back by Justin Timberlake, that's Timbaland. Promiscuous Girl, Nelly Furtado, that's Timbaland. His own song, The Way I Are, Timbaland. The guy has been a force in music for decades, so if he's saying this is the future, he seems to have his finger on the pulse. Unfortunately, because I don't want this to be the future. Timbaland has launched his own AI entertainment company called Stage Zero, and his first signee is the artist Tata. Co-founded with Rocky Mutalier and Zaid Portillo, Stage Zero's first signee is an AI pop artist called Tata, driven by Suno AI. The pop artist, along with a bevy of AI-driven creative tools, will all be under Timbo's new company. The Grammy Award-winning producer will be handling the majority of the production for this new artificial intelligence venture, which he dubbed as a new genre entirely called A-pop. "I'm not just producing tracks anymore," Timbaland said in a statement. "I'm producing systems, stories, and stars from scratch. Tata is not an avatar. She is not a character. Tata is a living, learning, autonomous music artist built with AI. Tata is the start of something bigger. She's the first artist of a new generation. A-pop is the next cultural evolution, and Tata is its first icon." Mutalier added, "The artists of tomorrow won't just be human, they'll be IP, intellectual property, code and robotics that are fully autonomous. That's what we're building at Stage Zero." Timbaland has remained a prevalent advocate for AI in music. In an April interview with Billboard, Timbo said AI is in an exciting new place compared to where it was just a few years ago. "The technology of today is perfect for what this is," Timbaland told Billboard. "What used to take me 3 months now only takes me 2 days. In the beginning, it was like a toy. It was like going to a toy store. You got to go through gluttony because you can't believe that it's here." Fuck, man. I don't like hearing about this. I remember I interviewed John Dolmayan years ago, and he was from System of a Down, if you don't know, drummer, and he was saying, "Hey, man, between you and I think in a few years you'll just be able to put on the VR headset and you're going to feel like you're front of the stage watching Led Zeppelin in their heyday." It's like, man, I don't want that. The whole appeal of going to a live show is being around friends, or even if you go solo, which I often do, meeting new people and being in that exciting moment. And I worry about this, man. I mean, this all started years ago. I think back to when Gorillaz was big and Gorillaz was touring and you didn't see them on stage. It was just a screen with the animations of the Gorillaz characters. But at least, supposedly, as far as I know, they were behind the stage playing music live. Now we've had the announcement of the Kiss avatars, which is, we'll see how that does. Because I know a lot of people are going to hear this and go, well, rock fans will never accept it. I don't know, man. More and more people are accepting more and more nonsense, quite honestly. Like, I've done videos about it. The amount of tracks being used by bands live is insane. Not playing live shows and people coming out being like, oh, they were great. They sounded awesome. I mean, when I saw Wasp, yeah, they're playing to a track. This was on their first tour back. I've heard they're using less track, but Blackie said it. They're playing to a track, and yeah, he sounds like he did it in the 80s because I'm playing audio from the 80s. It's fucking ridiculous, man. So this is the evolution of that, and it all boils down to what we are going to accept as fans. I will not go see an AI show. I mean, I'll maybe see the Kiss avatars depending on the price, depending on what the reviews are. I won't be the first in line, but to me, that's like seeing a movie. That's not seeing a live show. I know people are going to say, well, it'll never replace humans because it's not going to have the soul. It's not going to have the feel. But, now with AI and where we're going, we could be like, sing this song with the voice of a younger artist, but I want to hear the soul of Aretha Franklin. Make it. That seems to be the future, and more people are accepting it. I think that people very much like that main character energy, as they say, and they're going to want to be able to have, hey, use my voice to sing these songs, and let's see a new movie, but let's make me the main character. And that's all going to be very, very possible with AI. We've seen how quickly this has grown. It is not going away. It is not a bubble. And I've said it in videos. I mean, I don't use AI personally. I don't have an interest in it, but it has impacted my life, and to be fair, positively in some ways. It's very likely that if this video does well, that you found it because the AI detected you were the right audience for this video, and spot on, right? You clicked on it, you're watching it right now, but that is not what I want to accept of a live show, And yeah, here's the thing, right? If Timbaland is signing AI artists, guess what? You don't have to pay an AI artist royalties. They're not going to argue with you about if they're getting paid their fair share. You don't have to worry about keeping them fed and putting them in hotel rooms when they want to tour. AI is not going to complain about anything, and you get to keep all the money. And that seems to be what it all boils down to at the end of the day, the almighty dollar. And I do not like this bleak future. Maybe some of you do, but I have a feeling, knowing my audience, you guys don't. I am not going to be checking out Tata, but guess what? I'm also a man who's turning 39 years old this month, and 39-year-old men are not what makes up the future of pop culture and the future of art, right? They're aiming for the 16-year-old. That's what they're looking for. And some of you who have kids that age, maybe they'll be interested in Tata. But certainly doesn't excite me. And I hope the young generation discovers more of these rock bands who are doing it live. And there certainly are newer bands who are doing it live. Sleep Token is doing big things right now. They're not completely new, but Turnstile is really kicking ass right now. So rock is not going away, but labels are probably going to look at this, and if it does well, say, wow, this is as great of a moneymaker as you can get, and we get to keep all the revenue. Let me know what you think. I hope I can still make revenue doing this channel, but if I can't, at least I can make some revenue if you pick up some of the merch. Link for that is in the description. Let me know what you think. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to like the video. I will personally buy you a Lambo as an early subscriber of the channel. And with that, if you want to check out some more great content from Ian Scotto Rocks and support a channel that is not AI. How many fucking channels are you clicking on now where it's an AI voice, an AI generated video? I don't do any of that shit, all right? I have humans who are great graphic designers making the thumbnails. We do use some AI sometimes. I have the best video editor, Basilius, and I am a human, believe it or not. So if you want to watch more great content, click right here on this video.